Just recently, I reviewed the Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters 75th anniversary. Well, I was lucky enough to also get my hands on another piece from the new 75th anniversary Summer Blue collection to review, the Seamaster 300 75th anniversary. Like the Diver, the Seamaster 300 is water resistant to 300 meters, but where the watch differs is in its inspiration. Yes, they both have the same blue color dial and bezel, but that's about where the similarities end. Hi, I'm Craig, founder of Wrist Enthusiast, and today I'm looking at another watch from Omega's new 75th anniversary Seamaster collection. While there are 8 different watches to choose from this collection, this will be the last one I review. For now. But first, if you're enjoying my videos and want to see more of them, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and thank you for your support. First, let's discuss it in context with the Diver 300 meters that I just reviewed. While the Diver 300 meters is clearly a modern diver, the Seamaster 300 clearly has vintage inspiration. It's slightly smaller at 41 millimeters as opposed to 42 millimeters. And while that's still on the larger side for a vintage-inspired watch, the watch sits nicely on the wrist, even at 13.9 millimeters thick, including the domed crystal. But really, the Seamaster 300 is a new variation of the existing model that already comes in black or darker blue. The previous models went even further with the vintage aesthetic, with the hour markers and hands of vintage cream color. However, the new Seamaster 300 Summer Blue maintains the lagoon blue color for the hour markers, adding consistency with the rest of the new collection. The dial, like on all of the 75th anniversary collection pieces, is really the star. It's a light blue gradient that gets darker on the periphery. The sandwich dial also adds another vintage touch, as do the hour markers, with additional 3, 6, 9, and 12 indices, which are also sandwich. The Lollipop second hand is another vintage touch that really says vintage to me. Because of the lack of vintage loom on this piece as opposed to the previous Seamaster 300s, the 75th anniversary is more of a mix of modern and vintage. But this is something I actually like. I don't see any inconsistencies combining both vintage and modern touches, and Omega pulls it off extremely well. The modern upgrades can also be seen in the bezel. While the previous models of the Seamaster 300 all had aluminum bezels, the 75th anniversary actually has a ceramic bezel. This makes sense to me because while the watch clearly has a vintage inspiration, it doesn't look nearly as vintage as the other 300s. The ceramic bezel is also just nicer, and it won't scratch and tarnish in the same way as an aluminum bezel. I actually wouldn't be opposed to Omega upgrading all Seamaster 300s to ceramic bezels, but I guess enthusiasts can debate that one. The watch also has a domed crystal, and to be honest, who doesn't like a domed crystal? So I'll leave it at that. The bracelet is also one of my favorite aspects of the Seamaster 300. Omega seems to have done the inverse of what most brands would do with the 3-link bracelet, having the outer links polished and the inner link brushed. This classes up the watch quite a bit in my view, though I can understand if people think it makes it seem dressier and less like a traditional tool or dive watch. But when you're spending over $7,000 on a dive watch, I'm really okay with these types of design decisions. The watch runs on the Meta-certified coaxial caliber 8912 movement with a power reserve of 70 hours. Once again, this is a beautiful workhorse movement that is proudly displayed through a display caseback on previous Seamaster 300 models, but Omega again has opted for a closed caseback here. Instead, we get a deep engraving of Poseidon, much the same as on the Diver 300 meter Summer Blue. It actually might be the exact same engraving. There's nothing wrong with it, but a display caseback is always nice. Overall, the watch is really the perfect diver for someone that wants a nice blend of vintage and modern. So often we get vintage-inspired timepieces in only black or white or navy, so it's nice to see something in a little bit more of a daring colorway. The Omega Seamaster 300 75th anniversary retails for $7,400 on stainless steel bracelet. Well, that's it. I hope you liked my review of the Omega Seamaster 300 75th anniversary. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And head over to wristenthusiast.com to check out any of our written reviews, watch guides, and celebrity watch spotting. I'm Craig Karger, and thanks for watching.